Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life. As the digital asset says, I want to apologize in advance for my voice. And if you think the voice is bad, you should see my face right now. Holy moly, what is going on? But in any case, we wanted to make sure we got the video done for you guys today. Some interesting stuff coming out of the White House. I don't even I just have to sigh. What a travesty that is, what's going on in this current administration. But anyhow, we have to tread carefully, or else the shadow ban on the channel, it will perhaps continue. In any case, guys, we're going to definitely get into that. We're going to get into the market because the market is doing what the market does. John Deaton is not fooled by this latest piece of nonsense coming out of the White House. We're going to cover that, and hey, we'll get into that a little bit more. And the FIP01, it's done, my friends. It's over. It's over. It's done. And by a wide margin, is it over? Oh my, we'll get into that as well. In any case, guys, this is your XRP Ripple Daily News. In around 0 to 10 minutes. Why do I feel like there's something else I need to do? It's so funny because I'm doing the streams, doing live streams. Now I'm doing recorded video. I feel like that's something I'm not doing, but hopefully I'm doing it correctly. Let's go over the market, guys. The market again is just doing what the market does. Okay. Bitcoin, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 1.09 trillion. The Bitcoin dominance is at 40.9%, and that's just not a great number if you want an altcoin season. Bitcoin is trading at $23,018. Ethereum is trading at $1,573, and XRP is trading at 41 cents. Some double-figure greens on the 7-day are still in the space. Matic is up 11% on the 7-day, trading at $1.14. What else is here? Avalanche is up 19.2% of the on the 7-day, trading at $20. But we'll keep an eye on it because the market just doing what it does. Let's go over the madness. Let's go over the madness, which is this latest roadmap stuff coming out of the current administration. What the world? Bitcoin Magazine says breaking: White House published crypto policy roadmap saying it will be a grave mistake, quote unquote, to encourage mainstream institutions to adopt Bitcoin. Isn't it so cool to know the game you're in, right? We say it on the channel all the time. Listen, my friends, you and I were playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. They don't even know the game is being played. And we are winning. Why are we winning? Because we know this is nonsense. We know this is just nonsense. John Deaton says they can try and slow it down, but as Bank of America said, it's inevitable. And those are the real voices you need to listen to and pay attention to. The administration is just doing the, at the behest, if you will, of the likes of JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. Yeah, we all know that. The masses don't know it, but thank goodness we know it. I'm gonna try to go over this without getting sick, even more sick. So I'll try to go over this a little bit. The administration's roadmap to mitigate cryptocurrency risk, it's digital assets. First off, 2022 was a tough year for cryptocurrencies. In May, a so-called stablecoin imploded. I'm like, who do they have writing for them there? I wonder if is this just a kid just right out of high school? It's, yeah. Prompting a wave of insolvencies. Just months later, a major cryptocurrency exchange collapsed. Again, who are they speaking to here? Many everyday investors who entrusted cryptocurrency companies, including young people and people of color. Including young people and people of color. Do you see what's going on here, guys? Many investors who trusted cryptocurrency companies, including young people and people of color, suffered serious losses. But thankfully, turmoil in the cryptocurrency markets has had little negative impact on the broader financial system today. If you're not careful, you could read into that statement. But thankfully, turmoil in the cryptocurrency markets has little negative impact on the broader financial system today. Young people, people of color, teeny tiny in size. Oh, Keyless, my head is hurt right now. My head is hurting right now. What the world is going on? While cryptocurrency might be relatively new, the behavior we have seen some cryptocurrency companies exhibit and the risk posed by this behavior are not. As an administration, our focus is on continuing to ensure that cryptocurrencies cannot undermine financial stability, to protect investors, and to hold bad actors accountable. At the current administration's direction, we have spent the past year identifying the risk of cryptos and acting to mitigate them using the authorities that the executive branch has. Really, I say. First, experts across administration have laid out the first ever framework for developing digital assets in a safe, responsible way while addressing the risks they pose. In addition, cryptocurrency platforms and promoters often mislead consumers, having conflicts of interest, fail to make adequate disclosures, or commit outright fraud. And there is poor cybersecurity across the industry that enabled the Democratic People's Republic of Korea to steal over $1 billion to fund its aggressive missile program. Are you guys sick enough? I'm pretty much, I'm just not sure if I can stomach any more of this. They kind of reached out to Congress and kind of threw Congress under the bus. Hey, look, there's a lot of stuff that you could be doing, but by the way, don't do anything that might take the power out of the corrupt regulators. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Congress, too, needs to step up its efforts. For example, Congress could expand the corrupt regulators, this is Crypto Siege's words, power to prevent misuses of customer assets, which hurts investors and distorts prices, and to mitigate conflicts of interest. This is what you call a sham. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. There it is right there from J.C. Collins. This is in reference to the flare improvement protocol. Landslide for FIP01. Looks like a very small minority made a lot of noise. Now the community and project can move forward under a massive majority mandate. One of the most important benefits of the flare proposal passing is that the future inflation, says Crypto Sasha at Crypto Sasha 007 on Twitter, which is printing more money and tokens printing money, right? One of the most important benefits of the flare proposal is that flare proposal 1 passing is that the future inflation is significantly reduced from going to 600 billion max supply to 200 billion. This is huge value to flare holders and the future price of each Flare token. And I couldn't agree with you more. I'm going to point this out here from Geneva Rock Vector CFA to show the real answer and to show what the real deal is going on with this current administration doing the bidding again of the banking cartel. Interest expense on national debt in 2022, $475 billion just on the interest alone in 2022. While the average interest rate was 1.9%, now rates are 4 to 5%. Interest could be 1 trillion or more this year. They'll have to print more money to pay it. That's how you get hyperinflation. And now let me turn to my guy, David Schwartz, to remind us all what is really going on here. It's so very, very important to understand. The digital asset space is here to stay. The question is, who is going to be at the head? Who is going to usher in this ecosystem? Is it going to be the old guard, the incumbents, masking and disguising their love for decentralization? Or will it be true decentralized players? The fight is for you and I. That's just where the fight is. Never forget the video where the likes of JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and the likes cried before a public audience that their customers were walking away from their 0.001% interest and walking into DeFi and the digital asset space. Never, ever forget that video, because that is the truth. That is their greatest fear. And the biggest threat to that, the biggest threat is right here. And I appreciate Riz at RippleXRP for sharing this. Dear Honorable Torres, we the people, 76,000 XRP holders, and global financial businesses wait on your Ripple or SEC versus Ripple decision. Transparency is our friend. Never ever forget this right here, guys. Take a listen to what David Schwartz says.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny.
Every financial institution. He didn't leave one out. We have the technology today to allow every financial institution to settle with one another in less than 3 seconds for a massive fee of less than a penny. And you think that this is about the SEC versus Ripple case. Did you hear what he just said? We have it now. Listen, we don't have to build it. We have it. Let me start it again for you.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny. Just think about this. Anyone who's made a payment knows that we're nowhere near that today. But imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny.
In any asset, fiat dollars, digital assets, gold, it doesn't matter. Any asset in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. That's pretty powerful stuff, right? Pretty powerful stuff. And the banking regulators and the incumbents are fighting it. And the more the fight, it's just the more they're going to lose. There's just a 2 or 3 that are playing both sides, at the direction of Sullivan and Cromwell. But the vast majority of those top 8 to 10 banks are trying to fight the good fight.
any asset, that's fundamentally transformative. We have the technology to do it. Now we just need to figure out how to drive the adoption. And of course, there's all the challenges with there's incumbents, there's regulation, there's inertia. You know, there's the big players who are really trying to defend. You know, if you're one of the largest banks in the world, you want to push pause or stop on technology. You know, because you're in the lead. So of course, like you say you love technology, but obviously you wish you could stop it. So.
All right, guys, I'm going to end. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. This wraps up our XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, would you hit that like button for me? And if you enjoyed the hangout, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this.
Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. Old money